Today's lesson is going to be about exponents and their properties, and there's 3 parts to this, so you'll have 3 parts to your homework as well. The first one we're going to go over relatively quickly. We're going to talk about powers. A lot of this you already know, so I'm not too worried about it right now, but you need to know that this whole thing is called a power. The base is the 3 and the exponent is the 5, and you just have to know the parts of that. So we just have to practice writing numbers instead of repeated multiplication. We're going to write it using exponents. Whenever you have parentheses, make sure you keep the parentheses. So the -7 is in parentheses to the power of 3. Letter B, we're going to put the pi's together. So we have 2 of them, pi squared, and then r to the 3rd. And you don't have to put a dot in the middle. You can, but you don't have to. Then we have letter C. We have 4 fours, so 4 to the power of 4. Put the -2's in parentheses together and the x's together. Same thing with fractions. I would put them into parentheses, so the fraction stays by itself. So there's 5 of them. 3/10, if you want to put 0 and 3/10 to the power of 4, and then x squared. Evaluating them, when we have -2 in parentheses, we're actually doing -2 times itself 4 times. Where if it's not in parentheses, we're doing 2 to the power of 4, or multiplying that 4 times, 2, and then making the answer negative. So multiplying a negative times a negative is going to give us a positive, times a negative is a negative, times another negative. So this is going to be a positive answer, where this one is going to be a negative answer. Please be careful on those. Order of operations, you're always going to do exponents first. 3 to the power of 4. Three to the power of 4 is 81. So then we rewrite all of that, multiply it by 2. 3 plus 162, this would be 165. 3 to the power of 3 first would give us 27, minus 8 to the power of 2 is 64 divided by 2. So order of operations, we do 64 divided by 2 first, which gives us 32. So 27 minus 32. And we subtract 27 minus 32 because we're subtracting a bigger number. It's going to be a -5. So you just have to do order of operations with the exponents. That's part 1. Part 2 is the product of powers. And product basically means we are going to be multiplying them. So this is a long way. You don't have to write this down. We are going to do 2 to the power of 2. So long multiplication, 2 times 2. Multiply that by 2 to the power of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our answer is 2 to the power of 6. Now, here's what I want you to look at. Do you notice anything in our answer and in our problem? Is there a shortcut? Okay, let's do the e's. Same thing, e squared. So e times e. E to the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So our answer is e to the power of 9. Again, take a look at our answer. Take a look at the problem. Do you see a shortcut? I'm hoping you do. I'm hoping that you see you take the exponents, 2, and we add it to 4, and we get 6. Same thing here. 2 plus 7 equals 9. I want this in your notes some way, somehow. I want you to have all of this. To multiply powers with the same base, you're going to add their exponents. Here is a numbers example. Here is an algebra example with variables. Pause the video. Make sure you have this written down. We're going to have a total of 5 properties of powers. This is the first one. Product of powers is our first one. So let's practice. 2 to the power of 4 times 2 to the power of 5. 4 plus 5 is 9, so 2 to the power of 9. -5, we're going to put it in parentheses. This is technically to the power of 1 because there's only 1 there, so this would be -5 to the power of 7. 3 plus 7, x to the power of 10. Now, we're still going to be multiplying, but we have to pay attention to the numbers in front, the coefficients. What is 2 times 6? That is 12, so that's the number in front. Now we do our a's, and again, this is like a to the first, so it would be a to the 6th. Again, we have consider this in parentheses. We have 3 times 8, which gives us 24. Then we're going to do the m's. We have m to the 3rd and m to the 1st, so we have m to the 4th. Then we're going to do the n's. N squared, n to the 3rd, 2 plus 3, n to the 5th. So take it one step at a time. Notice I use different colors. The numbers first, the coefficients, then one variable, and then the other variables one at a time afterwards. Pause the video and try doing this by yourself, and then come back and see the answers. 6 squared times 6 to the 4th would be 6 to the 8th. -1/2, 3 plus 6 would be 9. This is a z to the 1st, so it would be z to the 13th. Same thing here. Pause the video, try to do them on your own, and then come back and see how you did. I'm going to do the a's first, a to the 7th, b to the 5th. I'm going to do the coefficients. 4 times 5 is 20. F to the power of 8 plus 6 is 14. Coefficients would be -72. P to the power of 6. Now, for the second one, this is our second power, and this is the last one we're going to do today, is raising a power to a power. So now we're going to do it the long way first. I'm going to do 3 to the power of 4, so I'm going to do 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. There's 3 to the power of 4, but I'm going to do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 3. All together, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So my answer is 3 to the power of 12. Now, just like before, take a look at the whole problem and take a look at the answer and tell me if you see a shortcut. Let's do it again with W's. W to the 5th. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I got to do that 4 times. So there's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use another row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's see. I've got 20. So my answer is W to the power of 20. So looking back, does the problem and the answer have a shortcut? Hopefully you found it. That if you multiply 4 times 3 gives us 12. Same thing here. 5 times 4 gives us 20. So you are going to multiply the powers. Again, pause the video, get all of this into your notebooks. Okay, here we go. Let's do these, and we're going to separate these. So this is 2 times x, but we need it to the 3rd power. So we're going to do 2 times x, there's 1. 2 times x, there's 2. 2 times x, there's 3. So it's like doing 2 to the power of 3 times x to the power of 3. We kind of take each one and do it. 2 to the power of 3 gives us 8. And then x to the power of 3. Here again, we're going to kind of put the power of 2 on each of these. So x to the power of 2, y to the power of 2. Here we're going to take our power, which is 3, and we're going to put it onto each one. So I'm going to do negative 3 to the power of 3 times m squared to the power of 3 times n to the 4th to the power of 3. So this you're just going to leave as it is. So I'm going to do negative 3 to the power of 3. You don't have to figure it out. Up here we could have left this as 2 to the power of 3 as well. But now let's do these. So I'm going to do 2 times 3, so it's m to the power of 6. 4 times 3, it's n to the power of 12. Let's try them again. Y, 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to put the 2 on each of these, so I get 4 squared x squared. Pause the video, see if you can do them by yourself, and then come back and check to see if you did it right. So I'm going to do 2 to the power of 2, and I'm just going to leave that in exponents. B to the power of 2, 3 times 2 is 6. C to the power of 4 to the power of 2, so 4 times 2 is 8. Same thing here, we're going to take the power of 5, we're going to put it to each part of our expression. 7 to the power of 5, again, leaving it. 3 times 5, m to the power of 15. 5 times 11, n to the power of 55. So your homework is in Schoology. There's a PDF in Schoology. You're going to open that up, save it in Notability. There's 3 pages. First one is just on the exponents, and then it's on the product of powers, and then it's on a power to a power. So there's 3 pages, 1 on each one. When you're finished, you're going to submit it to the Dropbox. Have a great day.